The House of Glücksburg is a Dano-German ducal house underbranch of the House of Oldenburg. Junior branches of the dynasty include the royal houses of Denmark, Iceland, Norway, and Greece. Charles, Prince of Wales, heir apparent to the thrones of the United Kingdom and the other Commonwealth realms, belongs by decree to the House of Windsor, but descends patrilineally from the House of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg-Glücksburg. History. The house is named after Glücksburg, a small coastal town in northernmost Germany near the Danish border. The family was itself a cadet branch of the House of Oldenburg that descends from Count Christian of Oldenburg, who became King of Denmark in 1448 and King of Norway in 1450. As the royal Danish line of Oldenburgs died out in 1863 and all other branches of the House of Schleswig-Holstein became extinct with the death of the last male of the House of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg-Glücksburg in 1931. The House of Glücksburg is now the senior surviving branch of the House of Oldenburg. The house descends patrilineally from the Dukes of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg. The last of them was made Duke of Glücksburg by the King of Denmark in 1825 and changed his title accordingly to Friedrich Wilhelm, Duke of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg-Glücksburg. He was married to Princess Louise Caroline of Hesse-Kassel, a granddaughter of King Frederick V of Denmark of the House of Oldenburg. Neither the Dukes of Beck nor of Glücksburg were sovereign rulers. They held their lands in fief to the sovereign Dukes of Schleswig and Holstein, i.e., the Kings of Denmark, and, before 1773, the Dukes of Holstein got all. Prince Christian of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg-Glücksburg, the fourth son of Duke Friedrich Wilhelm, was recognized in the London Protocol of 1852 as successor to the childless King Frederick VII of Denmark. As Christian was married to Frederick's first cousin, Louise of Hesse-Kassel, he became King of Denmark as Christian IX on 15 November 1863. Wilhelm II, son of Crown Prince Christian and Crown Princess Louise, was elected King of the Hellenes on 30 March 1863 to succeed the deposed Wittelsbach Otto of Greece and took the name George I of Greece. Prince Karl II, son of Frederick VIII of Denmark, Christian IX's eldest son, became King of Norway on 18 November 1905 as Håkon VII of Norway. Christian IX's daughters, Alexandra of Denmark and Dagmar of Denmark, married Edward VII of the United Kingdom and Alexander III of Russia, respectively. As a result, by 1914, descendants of King Christian IX held the crowns of consortships of several European realms. Christian IX became known as the father-in-law of Europe. Patrilineal ancestry of Duke Friedrich Wilhelm. Elimar I, Count of Oldenburg. Elimar II, Count of Oldenburg. Christian I, Count of Oldenburg. Maurice, Count of Oldenburg. Christian II, Count of Oldenburg. John I, Count of Oldenburg. Christian III, Count of Oldenburg. John II, Count of Oldenburg. Conrad I, Count of Oldenburg. Christian V, Count of Oldenburg. Dietrich, Count of Oldenburg. Christian I of Denmark. Frederick I of Denmark. Christian III of Denmark. John II, Duke of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg. Alexander, Duke of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg. August Philip, Duke of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg-Beck. Frederick Louis, Duke of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg-Beck. Peter August, Duke of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg-Beck. Karl Anton August, Prince of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg-Beck. Friedrich Karl Ludwig, Duke of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg-Beck. Friedrich Wilhelm, Duke of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg-Glücksburg, Germany. Duke of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg-Glücksburg. The Dukes of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg-Glücksburg constitute the senior male line of the family, who hold the headship of both the House of Glücksburg and the entire House of Oldenburg. The heir apparent is Friedrich Ferdinand, hereditary Prince of Schleswig-Holstein, Denmark, King of Denmark in 1853. Prince Christian of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg-Glücksburg was heir to the Kingdom of Denmark, and in 1863, he ascended the throne. His father was Friedrich Wilhelm, Duke of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg-Glücksburg. The heir apparent is Frederick, Crown Prince of Denmark, who belongs patrilineally to the House of Montpezat. See the present line of succession. Count of Rosenborg. Princes domiciled in Denmark that married without the monarch's permission have forfeited their dynastic status, receiving the noble title, Count of Rosenborg, heritable by legitimate male line descendants. With the style excellency, they and their offspring are not members of the house anymore. Greece. King of the Hellenes in 1863, and with the name George I, Prince Wilhelm of Denmark became King of the Hellenes. His father was King Christian IX of Denmark. Notes: the monarchy was abolished in 1973. A referendum on the monarchy took place on December 8, 1974, and 69.18% of the voters decided against the return of the monarchy. Norway. King of Norway in 1905, and with the name Håkon VII, Prince Carl of Denmark became King of Norway. His father was King Frederick VIII of Denmark, and one of his uncles was King George I of Greece. The heir apparent is Crown Prince Håkon of Norway. See the present line of succession. Iceland. King of Iceland in 1918, Iceland was elevated from an autonomous Danish province to a separate Kingdom of Iceland. King Christian X of Denmark was henceforth King of Denmark and Iceland. This lasted until 1944, when Iceland dissolved the union between the two countries. Christian X was the only monarch to hold a distinct Icelandic title, and used the same CX cipher and the same regnal number as in Denmark. The heir apparent was his son Frederick IX of Denmark. Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Duke of Edinburgh in 1947, Philip of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg-Glücksburg, Prince of Greece and of Denmark, was created Duke of Edinburgh by his father-in-law, George VI of the United Kingdom. The first 17 places in the line of succession to the British throne are held by descendants of the Duke of Edinburgh. The heir apparent is Charles, Prince of Wales. Family tree.